always want to get both arms to one side of the body. Anytime you can get that position, it's awesome. I forgot how we got there. Oh, it's kind of complicated how we got there, but one of my favorite ways is my Blue's hiding his arm. You know, you try to hook it, but he's hiding it too tight. So instead of trying to bring it up this way, which I normally, probably my first option is coming to here. It's tucked in, I'm just gonna pop up, shove it through, and then sit back on it. All I gotta do is get his elbow to my center. Boom. And then from here, I'm just gonna walk to this position. So we were working from like when you get this, we call it Who's Your Daddy grip, and you just take him to the back control. Super good, but when you don't have this grip, I don't like to do it because you're on the weak side. Okay? So the option I showed when all you have is like a seat belt, but you can't, he's hiding this for this wrist and you can't grab the wrist. Instead of doing that, you're just going to sit back far enough to let your leg out. You don't go to weak side. And you stick this leg in. Okay? We did a triangle from here, which is super tight. But now we're going to go. So now he's not going to let you stick your foot in. Okay? Keep this tight. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring my feet over and lock him over his hands. It's actually I can pretty much crush his hands, and you want to get it right up where he's gripping his hands. And then just squeeze in. Now I'm going to let go of his head because I don't need that anymore, and I get a Kimura grip. And from here, with this squeeze on his hands and the Kimura grip, it's going to be easy to break his grip. So I break that grip, and I fall this way. Notice the triangle's opposite as we need, opposite from what we had before. Okay? The choke isn't as tight, but it's super good control, and it's better positioned to attack this arm. Okay? So I'm just gonna come back. The arm bar might be hard to get here, but you can switch it to here, make it really tight. You can also, the wrist locks, it's just a bad position for it. And also the choke is definitely a real threat too, even though it's not quite as tight as before. Okay? So we'll just go from technical mount. He's already up on this, you've already got him up on the side, and you've already got both arms on one side of his body. Okay? But again, if you get the Who's Your Daddy, just go straight to back control. But if you don't, do this instead. Because the cool thing about this is, a lot of times what will happen is I'll get here, and he'll try to drive his weight under his shoulders, and I get his back, and I've got a strong side. Okay? So, when all you have is a seat belt, don't take him all the way over to weak side. Just, again, up by his head, your knee goes all the way up north. You sit back just enough to free this leg. Don't let it take you all the way over. If the leg can go in, great. Get your triangle. If not, just lock your legs over, squeeze him, let go of the head, squeeze on this to crush his hands, break his grip. Once the grip is broken, triangle. Then I just tap, and just do a wrist lock too. Wrist lock, I can do a, take the wrist lock from here, is I just get the gooseneck position, and I twist it. Okay, so you can play around with all three of those. Want to see it again? Okay. So, again, we did kind of a little series, well not really a series, but a couple ways on getting here. This is the big battle, it's getting both arms on one side of his body. Again, if you want to do it this way, it's a super good way. Up, when he's hiding that arm, up, shove it here, and all I need to do I don't really need to use my hands anymore. I'm just using my weight to keep his arm there. Walk to here. My seatbelt. Bring my knee up further north and sit. Don't keep going. Just sit until your leg is free. And then lock here. Go ahead. More. And get this as tight as you want. Really smash his hands. If it starts to slip down, just walk your feet up to where they're locked right where his hands are. Now, squeeze with your legs, pull in here. Once it gets broken free, lock the triangle,